What if your dream to go to school could cost you your life? What if your voice was banned, your books were burned, and fear ruled every step you took? Most would stay silent. But one 15-year-old girl said no. And the world would never forget her name. This is the story of Malala Yousafzai, the girl who faced death so millions could live free.
Malala was born in Mingora, a beautiful but troubled town in Pakistan's Swat Valley. Her father, Ziauddin Yousafzai, was not just a teacher, he was a visionary. While others feared the Taliban, he encouraged his daughter to speak out, to learn, to write. At just 11 years old, Malala began blogging anonymously for the BBC. Her words were brave, raw, real. I had a terrible dream yesterday with military helicopters and the Taliban. This was a child writing from inside a war zone. On the 9th of October, 2012, as Malala rode home from school, a masked man stopped the bus. He asked, "Who is Malala?" Then he fired a bullet into her head. Malala was airlifted, clinging to life. The world prayed, the world watched, and Malala survived. But something changed. She came back stronger, more determined, more powerful. What the Taliban tried to silence only got louder. Malala gave her first speech at the United Nations just 9 months after the attack. One child, one teacher, one book, one pen can change the world. She was no longer just a survivor. She became a global movement. A co-founder of the Malala Fund, she traveled the world advocating for girls' education. She stood beside presidents, spoke in refugee camps, and sat in classrooms in some of the world's most dangerous places. In 2014, she became the youngest Nobel Peace Prize laureate, just 17. Malala never asked for fame. She only wanted girls to go to school without fear. Every bullet fired at her echoed across the world. Every scar became a symbol of resistance. And through it all, Malala stayed humble. "I don't want to be remembered as the girl who was shot. I want to be remembered as the girl who stood up." You may not have a Nobel Prize. You may not have cameras or crowds, but you have something even more powerful: your voice. Malala's story isn't about one girl. It's about all of us. Every time you speak up for what's right, every time you rise when you could stay silent, you carry her legacy. Let this remind you, you were not born to be quiet. You were born to rise.